Hello, students and viewers. So, today we will discuss about seed marketing. This is your chapter number 5. So, see here. So, seed marketing, let me take pen. It has two important purposes, right? So, which are those? So, first purpose here, the other is to ensure that enough seed of the right quality is supplied to the farmer, right? So, seed marketing purpose is we have to make sure that the right quality seed has to be supplied to the farmer at right time and at a reasonable price, right? So this is the main motto of seed marketing. Other essential farm inputs such as fertilizer, fungicides, insecticide, herbicide, farm implements must be available. So not only the seed, but right from this fertilizer, fungicide, insecticide, herbicide, farm implements, all these things should be supplied to the farmer at reasonable price as well as at the right time. So that is the first purpose of seed marketing. Now see the second purpose. So in the countries with strong private seed sector, the seed is usually distributed to the farmers through effective private distribution networks. So in other countries, seed is distributed through general agriculture supply system. So it is organized by again the public sector. Such systems are often less effective and efficient, right? So here the both sector has given the few countries in which the private sector is handling this distribution, and the rest of the countries in which again the public sector is handling the distribution, seed distribution along with all these things, means fungicide, fertilizers, insecticide, herbicide, all these things, right? So here it is mentioned that sector is less effective and efficient as compared to the private sector. Now see, seed demand. Next point is seed demand. Now, so accessing the potential seed demand is rather simple and is based on the seed rates and renewable rates. So now what is this seed rates and renewable rates? Now see here, establishing the effective demand for high quality seed is most difficult since it depends on many uncertain factors, right? So now see, the effective demand increase depends mainly on the introduction rate and the replacement or renewal rate. So our demand will be depend on this introduction rate and replacement or renewal rate. So what is this introduction rate and renewal rate? So let's see in my next slide. Now, what is this introduction rate? Now see, the rate at which a new variety is introduced, see, or adopted by the farmer depends on the number of factors. So, the rate at which new variety is introduced, that rate is called as what? Introduction rate. Now, this is for the first agronomic superiority, including the primary and secondary use of the crop and the consumptive quality. So, this is the introduction rate. The relation between costs and benefits also affect the rate. So, introduction rate has the effect of the relationship between the cost and benefits. So increased yield must cover the extra price for the seed and other inputs as well as produce a financial profit to farmers to use the high quality seeds. So here you can see the cost and benefit relationship is directly, indirectly and directly related to the introduction rate. So depending on that, your introduction rate will be made. Next, again continues, the prices must often be subsidized at the start. Means at the beginning, your prices must be subsidized. Some subsidies should be given to the prices so that the other farmers should purchase this uh, uh, these seeds along with the all the necessary equipments, right? So subsidy should be given. So the type of crop also affects the adoption rate. Farmers are often more willing to introduce a niche crop if it can be grown in a second crop, right? So here this crop affecting affects what? Adoption rate. And it's also the farmers, they are also willing to introduce or willing to take the leaf crop, right, along with the second crop. So other factors include the availability of the inputs and market to absorb the extra production, extension and promotion efforts, right, and the availability of credits. So all these things should be considered to fix your introduction rate. Now, the next rate is replacement rate. Now, what is this replacement rate? Now, the rate at which the farmer replaces the seed, right? The rate at which farmer replaces the seed, that rate is called as replacement rate. So, so instead of using their own harvested grain as seeds, right? So farmers, they are replacing the seeds instead of their own grain as a seed. So that rate is called as replacement rate. So the farmer can usually save seed from the harvest of his own commercial crop. Next point C, in case of replacement. So genetic purity of new variety will remain high for several generations, particularly for self-pollinated crops. So obviously for self-pollinated crops, the genetic purity will be remain high because there will not be any means when we consider when we talk about the cross pollination, obviously the two different kind of varieties, they are mixed together and then the next generation is going to form, right? So there will be a chances of minimizing the purity. Okay, so in case of self pollinated crop, obviously the genetic purity is going to maintain because the pollination is going to occur within the flower or the between the flower of same plant. So here genetic purity is going to maintain and it will be a high genetic purity for a several generations. So acceptable replacement rate are 4 to 5 years for self pollinated crops. So whatever the rate are there, that will be accepted and that will be going to remain up to 4 to 5 years. So 3 years for cross pollinated crops and every year for hybrids. See, so only 1 year or in each year this rate is going to change, right? And in case of cross pollinated, here it is given 3 years, and in case of this self pollinated, 4 to 5 years. Now see, extension and promotion. Now, so extension promotion of what? Promotion of marketing, right? So here you have to mention seed extension program, right? So you have to do the marketing of seeds. So for that, what you have to do, right? So you have to conduct the seed extension program, which should advise the farmers on the availability and the use of quality seeds of improved varieties. Means we have to let know the farmers about the new varieties or new certified improved varieties so that farmer can have the awareness about the different kind of qualified seeds, right? So farmers must also convinced to use the seeds because farmers, what they used to do is they are used to do or used to purchase the seeds they have used in previous year, right? Because they have the experience of the seeds of the previous year and hence they are more focusing on the seeds that they are regularly using. They are not trying for another seeds, right? So we have to convince the farmers to use such quality seeds or the seeds tested by seed testing agency, right? So we, it's our motto, it's our duty to convince the farmers, and the farmers should trained in recommended production methods. So we have to again train the farmers so that they can easily accept the other seeds also. So in many countries, see, the government is responsible for extension programs, see, right? But private firms often have their own extension programs, right? Now, continuation with the same extension and promotion. Many extension services are inadequate because they perform administrative and regulatory functions instead of transferring, right? So it is inadequate, insufficient because they are having some administrative and regulatory functions. They are not transferring their knowledge or their functions or their any promotive meetings to others, and hence this inadequate things. So improved technology to farmers, they may also have insufficient links to research, see. So they are not transferring their technology to the farmers, then they are also having insufficient links to research, right? So career in the extension services may not be considered attractive. Extension officers often lack necessary information about each crop under various growing conditions. So here all these things are making improper or inadequate about the promoting these programs or making awareness among the people, not only to the farmers. Now, next point is credit. Now, agricultural credit has become an important tool which enables the farmer to use the quality seeds and related inputs. So, in certain cases, credit is advanced only if the certified seed is used. See, so here you can see in case of only the certified seeds, this credit part is getting advanced. So, seed market planning must cope up with many uncertain factors. So, also because seed production takes several years, uh, and demand has to be assessed before the sell period, right? So all these things we have to consider in case of the credit. Now see, next point is seed supply. Now the seed must be produced where it is easy and efficient to do so, but preferably in the area not too far from the potential consumers. Now see, according to the consumer, you have to grow the particular seeds, right? And then you have to supply again the seed. Suppose some community they want a particular type of crop seeds, then it's better to take that kind of seeds in that particular area. So that we can supply the or we can fulfill the need of the consumers, right? So again the environmental condition, not only this consumer part but the environmental conditions again uh, essential to grow the seeds in that particular area, right? Then see next part, the seeds should be distributed to selling point in the growing areas before the farmers need it. Now next, marketing channels. Now here see how you have to make these different kind of channels for your marketing, right? So seed moves from the producer to the consumer via the wholesaler and a retail dealer. Okay, now see whatever what we are used to do is the suppose take example of a medicines, right? So pharmaceutical companies they are preparing the medicines, then they are coming to the wholesaler, then it is coming to the retail dealer, and then it's finally coming to the consumers, right? So likewise this is the chain or this is the channel through which we are getting the product. The same kind of a channel is there in case of seeds also, right? So all this channel it has to be passed to come the final product to the farmers. Now, so here who is playing main important role, that is a retail dealer, that is play a crucial role. So in fact the success of the distribution network depend upon largely selection, sufficiently motivated retail dealers who are able to provide extension services. So here retail dealers are very very important uh, uh, group which is motivating others to uh, take benefit of that particular seeds, right? So there should be numerous retail outlets distributed over the growing areas near the farmers. The best dealer are those who already have contacts with the farmers and have established basis of trust. Yes, so this is again the best dealers duty to make the trust with the farmers, right? They should create interest, they should have the trust in the farmers that yes you can do it, you can grow it, and you will get benefit of it. So such a trust should be created by these dealers so that this marketing channel will work smoothly. Now, next point is transportation of seeds. Now, how the seeds will transport? So, see here, the seed will grow through the growers first, then grow from the grower, it will goes to the wholesaler, then it will goes to the retailer, and then finally to the farmers, right? So, so again, not only these chain, but it is again the infrastructure within the country, right? And the volume to be transported, appropriate transport must be selected for these transportation of seeds. So distribution is easier in the country with a good transport infrastructure. So if the infrastructure is good, our distribution of seeds, it's very easy, made very easier to reach to the farmers. So next part is storage of seeds. So now see adequate storage critical is to the supply of good quality seeds. So we are going to, or it's our duty to keep the seeds in a good storage condition. So good storage is usually available at processing plants and wholesale distribution points, but less so retailer at distribution points. Next point, see, good storage is particularly important in countries or regions with high temperature and humidity. So obviously this good storage should be present in a high temperate regions and high humidity condition, because high temperature high humidity, that is going to again deteriorate the uh, this all these grain seeds. So here you have to take care of those seeds, you have to provide this good storage to that region where the temperature and humidity is high. Next, seed at low moisture content packed in vapor proof bags, yes, right, and it will retain in germination capacity. Very dry seeds withstand can higher temperatures, but it's more sensitive to mechanical damage. Yes. So here dry seeds they can withstand to any temperature, but yes they are sensitive to mechanical damage and hence we have to take care of it. The next point is packing. Now here packing is very very essential to keep the seed as it is intact, and for we have to keep these seeds to the next planting season, right? So up to that we have to take care of every seeds. So now see here packing the seed requires special attention. Not only ensure that quality of the seed does not change, okay, so you have to look onto this quality of the seeds, and also that seed should appears attractive to the farmers. So for these two purposes we are giving a better or attractive packing system to the seeds, right? So seeds should be packed at the right weight for easy handling by retail dealers and farmers, as well as in the amount of appropriate for different farm sizes. So in weight of 1 5 or 10 kg of for small farmers. So likewise you can make the packing of 1 5 or 10 kgs of the seeds. So bags, containers and packages should be sealed and labeled and opened, or partly empty bags should never be sold. So if you want to do good marketing, then you have to avoid these things. Partly empty bags. So these bags should not be sold, so that it will not affect the marketing, right? So for better marketing, you have to take proper or good bags or the containers, and package should be sealed and it should be labeled, right? So labeling where what is the main variety name, where it is taken, all other content means how many moisture is there, germination is there, okay, all those things should be mentioned on that labeling, right? So all or well labeled bag should be there. Now price of seeds. Now see the price of seed. So price of seed should cover the grain price, means in at what price we have purchased, that price should be included while fixing the final price of the seed, right? So the traditional cost of the production, the first point, then processing, how much cost we required for processing, then for distribution and reasonable profit, right? So here this is the first point, then this is the cost of production second, then processing third, this is the distribution fourth, and fifth. Means by considering all these 5 points, right? Because at every step we required money to do all those things, right? So we have to consider all these, we have to calculate all these things, and then we have to make, or we have to decide the final price of a seed. Now see, the seed prices ranges from 150 to 300% of grain price. Okay, means suppose we have to chosen or we have to uh, bought the seeds for 5 rupees. Okay, then 5 rupees of 150 to 300%, your grain price would be there. Okay, so according to this you have to calculate the your final price, but may be higher under unfavorable conditions or for hybrid varieties, right? So according to unfavorable condition you can again increase the rates, and you can also increase the rate in case of hybrid varieties, right? So, however, this should not be too high for farmers to pay, but you should not be make very high prices so that farmers can unable to purchase it. Means for fixing any price of the seeds, you have to think for the farmers. Okay, so your price should be affordable to the farmers so that farmers can purchase that particular seeds. Now, subsidies might be needed initially to induce farmers to buy the more expensive certified seed and other farm inputs, but should not be necessarily after 5 years. Means what is TIE saying, International Testing Agency, what it's saying means initially up to 5 years you can give the subsidies to whom? To the farmers, so that they can take, they can buy, they can purchase, they can sow, and they can take final crops, right? So up to 5 years you can give the subsidies, but after 5 years you have not to give the subsidy to the farmers. So likewise we have covered the chapter seed marketing. Thank you very much.